Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Game Ecologist. If I do enough of these intros exactly the same, you won't be able to tell which episode is which if you put this on a playlist and hit shuffle. I'm here with Ed
Was that?
and nobody else because they all hate us. And I did not tell them we were doing this.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh,
I told the buff podcast crew, but they're working or they're not available.
well, then Matt knows.
Yeah, Matt knows. Yeah,
It was spur of the moment.
yeah, yeah. He knows they're part of the crew now. I posted it on the gram.
Oh, yeah, I saw that picture of me.
Yeah, looks good, huh? It's good,
I,
huh?
that's the hat that I'm wearing is from a place I really liked working at
Nice.
a long time ago. The main topic is I wanted to go over like what games we're playing now, but before we get into that, the new Resident Evil trailer. I know you literally just watched it like
30
what's
seconds
the
ago.
time at? Yeah, like 30 seconds ago.
No.
Well, what did you think as a blind reaction?
As a blind reaction, I could give two rats patooties
You
simply
can say
because.
shit on this show.
Oh, you don't know that I don't swear?
You don't swear at all?
Listen to any of the shows and see if
You
you've
know
ever
what?
heard me swear.
That is true. I think I remember Matt mentioning that once. I mean, that's fine.
I'll say fudge or kumquat or
Fluffernutter.
fiddlesticks. But no, I don't really swear. I have to be like insanely mad to swear. As far as the movie goes, I don't care. I stopped caring about the film franchise of the IP since they made Wesker into some weird bro with shades. Although that's technically what he is, so
Well, his eyes were messed up. He had to keep them covered.
I remember that, yeah. As far as this one goes, it looks like a horror movie, and they decided, hey, you know what we should do? Let's slap Resident Evil on it.
Yeah, maybe. I liked finding a shotgun with no shells in it and him going for that key on that body
Typical,
that gets
typical of
yanked
the game.
quickly.
Hmm.
Yeah, that those are the things that maybe like I mean maybe Zach Krager has played these games.
Oh yeah, Zach Krieger is the director for this one.
Yeah, I loved
Weapons.
the only movie I saw him do was Weapons, but his sketch comedy group, The Whitest Kids You Know, not everything they did is fun. Like there are some like stinkers in the pile, but the stuff that they did that's good is the best stuff out there. It's so funny. I can't recommend it enough. I wouldn't do it justice. If you haven't watched The Whitest Kids You Know, go on YouTube,
Oh, it's
type
on
that
YouTube.
in. Oh
Nice.
yeah, they were on IFC like back in the day. I think when I was a
Hmm.
teenager. God damn it, I'm old.
One thing I've always found funny, or not funny, but interesting, is how these comedic directors are able to go from something hilarious that RF, make you RFOL, and then have something dark and morbid like this and Weapons, like Jordan Peele.
Yeah, I like the how you can have someone like let's say you want to make something that's really funny and you make the funniest thing anyone's ever seen. Now you want to make something scary.
And you can do that.
So
And you
maybe you
exactly.
can, have the same level of quality you did with a different genre.
That also goes to go the range that they have, that they're not a one
Yeah.
trick pony. Regardless, I don't think I'll watch it in theaters. I'll watch it just because
Oh,
I want to see if it's bad.
yeah.
Which I mean, when it comes to these, I always have my expectations low. Like the show that they released, the live action show they released a while back, I knew that wasn't gonna be good.
Yeah. It
Even though
was
they try to stick as much to the original source material, I knew it wasn't gonna be good.
they made four not canon by having the Umbrella Company survive, but then they immediately made five canon by saying Wesker died in a volcano.
Yeah,
It was all over the place.
I know.
I won't see it in theaters either. I am excited to see it, but I just don't really do that very much. I'll watch it
Hmm.
when it's on something. The release date that they say in the commercials is not the release date for me.
September
It's way later.
17
Yeah, it's
of
gonna be
next
way later.
of of late this year. I personally feel like you should only do a Resident Evil movie if you can have one of the original voice actors portray their original character in the movie.
They've done independent films. They did one called Itchy Tasty.
Nice.
Um,
That's funny.
it's a a journal entry you find in the first Resident Evil game, and it's a guy he's writing. Somehow he's still writing as his brain is devolving into a zombie. And the last page
Ah,
just says "itchy tasty."
I
It
actually do remember that from the first one. I do remember that. I do remember reading that.
was weird, like the amount of things people write down. Oh my God, there's zombies everywhere! Holy shit! Like, it's like, why are you writing this with a pencil?
They're breaking through the door, and I'm still writing.
Oh, I hope the guy writes a journal entry or something in the movie. He'd
No,
have to.
I hope he finds a typewriter, but there's no ribbon on it.
Yeah.
Or I hope he finds a herb somewhere, and then he wraps it up, and then it heals him somehow.
There's a herb in the trailer, but it's the model from I think the 4 remake. It's
Ah,
he's in a kitchen, it's on like a fridge behind him.
okay. I don't think I saw that.
So technically it's there, kinda.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
sure
it's
they'll do a
good
lot of callbacks or like references.
for the sake of the franchise. Video game movies have been better
Yeah. Well,
lately
thanks to
than they've ever
Sonic.
been.
Thanks to
Yeah,
Sonic.
Sonic. I didn't hate Mario. I haven't seen the new Mario.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mario movie's pretty cool.
If you don't know anything about the IP, you'll like it. Your kids will like it,
I've
obviously.
played Galaxy and Galaxy 2.
But if you played Galaxy or any of the other Mario recent games, you're gonna be like, "What? Why? This doesn't make any sense." Especially
Like,
from a chronological standpoint.
yeah. When do they go on vacation and he has to like clean everything?
Exactly.
I hope
Well,
they don't do
yeah.
all of them.
No, they can't. It'd be impossible and
I want
insanely long.
I want them to do a Smash Bros. Cinematic
So
universe.
apparently, this one is the beginning of that because Fox McCloud is it. Spoiler, folks.
Yeah,
Fox
Facebook
McCloud is
already
it.
ruined that
Yeah.
for me.
But regardless, it's a good movie for the kids. Not Resident Evil, mind you. I wouldn't recommend that you let your kids watch. Although, I mean, I let my kids watch scary stuff and they seem to be fine.
I've always said that House of the Dead is a shitty movie. It's a dumb movie. The characters are weird, the storyline is lame, and then it's just zombies all over the place. And it's not. But isn't that exactly like that one was the first one that I thought like he nailed it. That's exactly that's what the game is.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
dead
mean, if you
on.
look at the plot to House of the Dead and then Resident Evil 2, that's kind of the same plot.
Well, in House of the Dead, I think they go to like a
A mall.
like a
It's a mall.
no, that's Dawn of the Dead. House
Ah,
of the
that's true.
Dead is the one based on the video game you used to be able to play in the arcade with the plastic gun with the giant
Yeah, I
fat
remember.
cable. Um, I think they go to like some resort island, and
Hmm.
it's kind of like Dead Island, but way
I
more nonsensical.
I can never get into those games. They never caught my attention.
I like the second. I never beat the first one, but I liked the second one.
I played the first one. I got bored like 10 minutes into it. Never played it again.
Dying Light is better. It's everything
Not
it should have been. I
not a
like Dying
fan
Light.
either.
Oh, I
Yeah.
fucking love Dying Light.
I
But
tried
anyway,
that one as well and didn't get far.
I've many hours in Dying Light. I have Dying Light, the first one on the Switch and the PlayStation,
Oh boy.
just because I wanted to play it with one other person, and they
Ah,
had it on the
okay.
Switch.
Nice.
So you've been playing Pragmata a lot lately. Have you finished the story?
I'm literally right at the last point of the game. I've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as I can, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Although
Well,
I'll be honest, from what I've heard, apparently it's gonna be pretty gut wrenching.
yeah. I don't know anything about the story. I'm guessing. Look, if I had to guess, the kid's probably gonna die or something. I have no
But
idea.
it's
I
a
honestly
robot.
have no
Well,
idea.
it's a
Yeah,
robot.
the batteries.
Honestly,
She's gonna drop her in water,
one thing I
and
know, right? I don't know if she's waterproof.
it's gonna
Uh,
rain.
One thing I always find funny is how people in both movies and games can grow attached to robots. Like, I think Terminator, no, not Terminator. Who started us on that? I think
Short
RoboCop.
circuit.
I think RoboCop
Huh.
starting us on that. Although
I
technically
mean,
he's a cyborg. And yeah, so Short Circuit for sure too. Johnny Five, definitely a character you fall in love with. And yeah, Terminator for sure was another one that a lot of people cried. And is the fact that he goes like, "I know now why you cry, but it's something I could never do." And then the
it's,
music. But I always find it interesting when people can grow an emotional attachment to machines.
it's
And
when they
yes, it's a little girl, so I understand. how the line can get blurred. And even I have been, I'll admit that I do find her endearing, but only because she reminds me of my daughters. Like a lot of things she does in the game, my daughters do. So it's more of a, she reminds me of them than like I've grown an attachment to it. Because again, it's a robot, not real.
It's like she learns humanity. I think that's the common element in like Terminator 2. It's they take out, I think it's a deleted scene or it's in the director or the extended version where there's a scene where they're taking a chip out of his head. So not every version of Terminator 2 has it, but after they take that chip out, that's when he starts learning to like high five and
Hmm.
smile
Yeah.
and things like that and starts to develop like actual intelligence.
Hmm.
The secret ingredient, I think, to stopping things like that is humanity.
Humanity will always find a way to beat machines, whether it's a man in a train yard beating a train with his hammer,
Joe Henry,
or
that is.
yeah, Joe Henry, I think, or
Yeah.
Jim Henry, something like that.
Jay Henry.
Jay Henry, there you go. But I mean, machines are there for the purpose of making our lives better. I just always thought it was weird when people get attached to them. Like when people cry over a robot dying, I'm like, it's just zeros and ones. It's blinking lights. It's
A lot of
silicone.
I saw that game and like as it was coming out, I really didn't have much interest in it at all. I mean, it looks cool, but it looked. I saw the trailer. It's like, oh, a little anime character is gonna learn how to be a human, and oh, this is all so weird and silly. I'm gonna go down the slide.
There's a
Just
little
not really.
more to it than that,
Yeah, I'm
but yeah,
sure.
that is the core concept of it. Because at its core, it is Hugh, the protagonist, bonding with this little girl again, a machine, and becoming protective of her. But at the same time, they're teaching each other. Granted, the plot is still there. There is a plot, and it's actually a pretty interesting one and a messed up one. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I guarantee you, if you play the game, read every file as you progress, because not only does it explain a little more of what is going on in the game, because you land in the station where everybody's gone, you don't know what's going on, everything's haywire. But the files, as you unlock them and you read them, and this is one thing I like about Capcom. They're always better storytellers when it comes to just having you read it than experiencing it. They would rather have you experience action packed insane stuff and then read the story of the game. Because if you look at Resident Evil, you learn everything by reading,
There's
not
a
by
room
the
at
game.
the end of all of them that
Yeah,
dumps all the lore.
exactly. There's a room that you find a bunch of journals or files or flyers, and it explains everything that's going on. How the T virus is derived from a plant, or gets turned into leeches somehow. It's a whole thing. But regardless, if anybody listening decides to play the game, please read everything you find, because the story behind the main story of the game is so much better than the plot of the game itself. It is messed up as heck. It just made me go like, "Whoa, that is wrong, dude." But at the same time, it made me want to play more. So Capcom did a good job.
I love Capcom.
They're one of my favorite developers, who I'm still kind of pretty loyal to them. I have Street Fighter 6.
Not everything they've done, I think, is perfect, but the stuff they
No,
did that was good.
they have a hitter.
Devil May Cry 5 was so fucking good. Resident Evil, all the numbered entries except six.
Of course, yeah.
I have Mega Man 2 on the NES. That holds up to this day.
I still have Mega Man X. I still like doing the Hadouken.
So, how does it work with your streams? I know you did Metroid Prime 4. I don't remember, did you do anything between Metroid and Pragmata?
Resident Evil Requiem.
That's right, you were doing Requiem. Do you already have the next thing lined up, or are you just waiting for the next
Uh,
big
the
game
next
to
thing,
drop?
the next thing lined up might be this game that actually came out recently called Private Eye of Mouse or something like that.
I saw that, yeah.
Mouse, PI for hire is what
That
it's
looks
called.
cool.
I already have it. I got it on the PC. My son actually played it and he enjoyed it, which I don't know what that says about me as a father. but I don't really care
I don't really know
because
how bad the game is.
I grew up with violence, so he should be fine.
With violence. I'm gonna
Um,
clip that.
yeah,
Just a
I
picture of you
mean,
smiling. I grew up with violence.
yeah, and I'm fine. So
Yeah, you're all right, man.
I'm gonna probably play that one next. Either way, as far as stream goes, I'll try to do the whole game within a week or two, no longer than three. But since I'm only streaming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it leaves doesn't leave much time, and I try to do my streams no longer than an hour because I'm pretty sure people get bored by then. But yeah, you can check them out on Twitch, YouTube, and on TikTok. Actually, no, just Twitch and YouTube. TikTok does not save replays of your stream, but you can watch
Oh,
me on TikTok and on Instagram if you want. Shameful plugin.
that's where I usually see you is on TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok is my more popular platform. Granted, I think I have the more followers there 16, little over 1600. But I'm trying to grow on Twitch and I'm trying to get more subscribers on YouTube since I'm over the 1,000 mark.
I spam at least 2,000 likes on your TikTok stream.
I saw, I saw on,
Sometimes I'll do that and just leave. Like,
I saw that. Yeah. It's like John was on your stream for 6 minutes and somehow gave you 1,000 likes and then he left.
I'll just fucking.
Yeah. One thing I like is so basically the platform will tell you if you're doing well or not when you're about to end the stream, and it'll say, "Don't quit now. You have so many people watching right now." But
Um,
by the time I'm ready to go to bed, like they're up too late for me, so I gotta go.
so we all consume similar things differently. Maybe you like to lie flat on your back and listen to music, and maybe I like to ride a bike and listen to music. When you were younger, there were certain ways and certain habits you would have that involved the way you played video games. And now that you're older, do you play games off stream? Because I know my brother does not play video games if he's not streaming, which I think is kind of odd. But I mean,
Uh,
I get it because he wants to stream. Do you do that? And has streaming, and this isn't meant in a negative way, but has streaming affected the way that you consume this medium?
I do play off stream. Usually whatever I have in my back catalog. I am actually still playing Requiem, but only because I want to platinum it.
Damn.
I'm trying to get all the trophies for that one.
Have you done
And
Insanity?
no, I'm just about that. I need to unlock unlimited ammo for the rocket first.
Oh, yeah, me
Although
too.
I feel like you could do it with the Requiem, but
The
it'll be
Requiem
more.
kind of sucks. The rate
Yeah,
of fire will get you killed. Sorry,
yeah. That's the only downside.
we're
But
tangenting.
the unlimited rocket for sure will make things easier, especially in the boss fights.
Oh yeah,
I am also playing some. What are they called? They're not the official games, but they're
bootlegs,
not bootlegs. The thing
ROMs.
ROMs. Thank you. I forget what they're called. I have the ROG Ally X, so I have a bunch of ROMs on that, so I play those.
So
Um,
throw out a do a couple name drops.
uh, well, most recently, I just finished this game called Jet Force Gemini. I don't know if you remember that one.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was for the N64, and I replayed Final Fantasy 3 for the SNES.
So
Even even
sticks.
even though everybody tells me that if I want to play the better version, it's Final Fantasy 7,
It's six. But I mean,
6.
Final Fantasy 3 is Final Fantasy 6. Just in America, we didn't get like
Exactly.
3 through 5.
Exactly. There you
Yeah.
go. But I like it on the SNES. I really do. It's actually one of my favorite ones. I like the girl character, the main girl character. I forget her
Tetra
name.
or Terra?
Tetra. Terra or Tetra or whatever her name is. And I like the characters you get as you progress in the story, like the prince to that one kingdom. I forget his name too.
Sabin, I think. Or that's his
And
brother.
then there's the wild boy.
Yeah.
And then of course all those other filler characters. It's a fun game to play every now and then.
I didn't finish it. I got to a part, so spoiler alert for like a 30-year-old game.
Yeah, for reals.
There's a part where like I don't know if it's halfway or more than halfway, but it's really far through the game and the bad guy like wins and there's like an apocalypse and all the characters get
That's the
separated.
halfway mark. Yeah, I forget his Kefka or Kifka or
Yeah.
Kifka or whatever.
So Kefka
Yeah.
like betrays the king and fucks up
Mm,
the whole world. Everyone
yeah.
gets separated, and you play as one character and you find another one. And it got
Mm-hmm.
to this point where like I could not figure out what to do so many times, and I would look up like where to go after you find this character. And then I'd
Yeah.
find the next character, and then it was like
Mm-hmm.
I had to Google every step of the way because it wants you to explore,
Mm-hmm.
openly explore the entire planet.
Yeah.
And
The game really opens up after that.
I I don't know. I wanted something a little more streamlined, but I get why people really like it. And I can imagine if you're a kid in the 90s and that's like
Mm-hmm.
one of six games that you have,
Mm-hmm.
I would have
Yeah.
eventually figured it out. But
The first time I played that game, it took me about a month to beat it, but I logged in about 150 hours in it.
oh
Cause,
damn.
cause I went through everything. I tried to unlock everything, get all the espers, max out everybody's levels, get every character. Cause I hadn't realized I was missing a character until somebody had told me, "Oh, did you remember to get what so and so after the Earth split?" And then I'm like, I don't remember that guy. It's like, yeah, you have to go to this little tiny village in like the bottom part of the peninsula that opens up because apparently new areas open up once the planet gets destroyed or whatever. But I got
But
everybody. I got the ninja guy. I
he
did get
died
the
in mine.
brothers. You lost him?
Yeah, he
That
could
young?
die.
He can die.
It's in
Yeah,
like the house
because
fire thing.
yeah, he sacrifices himself to save somebody and he dies in the fire. Yeah. Dude, there's so many ways that a character can die. Like, when the planet opens up, the princess's caretaker or her grandfather or somebody, if you don't feed him the fish that move really fast, he dies. So if you feed him the slow moving fish, he dies. You have to feed him
Wow,
the fast moving fish for him to survive.
that's too many things.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, there's a that's how much I played that game. I still remember a lot of the stuff. Like one particular thing that even now I still use. If you cast invisibility on a boss, then use death, it's an instant kill. I don't know if you knew that.
Huh.
A lot of people didn't know that. I figured that out all by mistake because I was trying to cast it on one of my guys, and he has shield. And if you have a shield on one of your characters, it bounces off of them and it gets reflected
Oh,
to
that's reflect.
yeah, reflect. Yeah, sorry. And that happened. I'm like, oh crap. And then on a whim, I decided let me try to cast death on this guy, and I killed him.
Final Fantasy games. I need to finish 10.
Yeah. And speaking of like old games, what's an old game you're playing? I know you like to play the old school games.
I just beat Chrono Trigger today.
What was that
I
about
finally
again?
finished it. So Chrono Trigger, and I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it because it's
An
I think
30 something year
95,
old game? Yeah.
95,
A 25
95.
year old game?
I think it's a 31-year-old game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I think I was like 8, so like 98. My mom rented a random game for us at Blockbuster, and it was Chrono Trigger. And me and my brother played it, and we really liked it, and had to return it in like 2 days. And then never saw that game again
Nice.
until I was an adult and sought it out. And then when I'd gotten it, I had the PlayStation version, which sucked. It had just atrocious load times. Like so you were saying you played Final Fantasy 3. When you push a button and it brings up your inventory window and where you have
Mm-hmm.
items and your characters and stuff. In this version of Chrono Trigger, every time you did that, the screen would go black for 5 seconds and then it would come up. And then every time you closed it, it was a loading thing. The screen would go black. And every time you started a battle, there'd be 5 second pause. And at the end of every battle, there'd be that it stacks. It makes everything take forever and it's god awful.
Jeez.
But yeah, but it did have additional cutscenes drawn by Toriyama.
Oh, that's right. It is a
So that
Toriyama IP.
yeah, it's a Toriyama game. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the artwork at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
it is his
play
artwork.
you play as a guy who ends up time traveling, and you find out like the villain of the game is this alien parasite thing that lands on the Earth in dinosaur times and stays there throughout the ages, siphoning energy from the planet. And you find out at the end of the game, it's kind of manipulated the way things have happened on Earth and their art and their knowledge and their technology and everything they've done. It's observed them. So basically, what it does is it lands on a planet, sucks up the energy from the planet and knowledge from the things that grow on the planet, and then it has babies, and those babies go off to other planets. But it takes like centuries. for all of this to happen, like many centuries. And you find it and you fucking kill it. And that's
Typical.
yeah, that's big. Well, no, it causes in 1999 it causes an apocalypse
Hmm.
and the future's all messed up. But the game is a lot of fun. There's certain spots you have to go to where it'll take you to different eras of time, but then at a certain point you get an airship like every
Hmm.
turn-based RPG and you can time travel with it and go to any era you want to, and there's parts where like you have to fix a legendary sword from the Middle Ages, but the only guy who can fix it is in the future. And then he tells you he needs a type of stone that doesn't exist. So then you go to the prehistoric era and fight dinosaurs until you find that type of material and then take it back to him. And it's really cool. It's interesting. I beat it in about 20 hours.
Everything you just said, just like giving me a headache, man. God damn. It
Well,
sounds crazy though. It sounds cool though. It actually does
if
sound cool.
you pay attention to what everyone's saying and like you have to read it all, then it's not really too hard to figure out, but
Hmm.
sometimes like probably well, just like in Final Fantasy 3, if you're a little too trigger happy with the A button, you can skip something really important and they don't
Yeah.
repeat it.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's one big issue with RPGs that sometimes the dialogue, you better not skip it because if you do, you will miss out on a lot of important stuff.
Yeah. They fixed that in the I was playing the Dragon Quest 3 remake, and I think if you push the options button, it like remembers every word that's appeared on the screen for X amount of time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. My only real critique of the game, it has if you ever played Final Fantasy VII, the active time battle gauge system that it uses, where it is a turn-based RPG, but if you sit to put the controller down and let it happen, the enemies will keep getting turns and keep attacking you until you're dead.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you wait for that meter to fill up, it does the exact same thing. Like it's the literally the exact same system from Final Fantasy VII. As you learn different techniques, you don't get to organize your list of magic and techniques. It's just chronologically as you order them or as you earn them. And you have to scroll up and down to find like lightning 2 and life and all this stuff. I wish you could just like condense it all or put it in some organize it, but that's really the only critique. And it only like heat of the moment, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I have to use this specific spell right now. That's the only time it's ever really a problem.
Oh man, that does sound crazy. Are you playing it on PC or do you have the actual physical copy of the game?
I have the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, which I can't remember if it came on there or I did hack it, which I've said before, and add a bunch of games. But I don't
Nice.
remember if it came packaged with Chrono Trigger or not. But it was a Super Nintendo game. Yeah, I beat it on the this little tiny guy.
Ah, okay. That's
I
cool.
put stickers on him.
And nice.
But yeah, that's probably going to go back in its box and sit on my shelf for another
But of
undisclosed
course.
amount of time. Yeah.
But of course.
But I'm glad
Because
I got it. I took it out and I beat something significant on it. It got used. It has life.
that is pretty significant too. Anytime an RPG is being to completion, that's a pretty significant thing.
Yeah.
Especially because the average RPG, especially back in the 90s, was about 60 to 80 hours long.
I know a lot of them were like
And
40.
that's if you just did the story. The side quests, all the unlocks, that's a whole another couple hours.
So this it took me a little 20 hours plus the boss fight. Like I looked at what I saved it. It was a little over 20 hours. And things I read on the internet say that if you do the side quests, it's 20 to 25 hours. And I'm pretty sure I did all the side quests because I wanted to, I got the ultimate weapons and armor for everybody because when I was younger, the final boss kicked my ass. And this time I
But
beat him
of
without
course.
dying.
But of course.
It just took a long time.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
Losing characters like in Final Fantasy 3 because there is a guy, the character's name is Magus, and he is a evil wizard dude from the Middle Ages who's really sick and uses like a scythe. It's a total Piccolo or Vegeta situation where he's your enemy for part of the game and then becomes your ally and joins your team.
Isn't that how it always goes? A lot of
Yeah,
RPGs have that.
I remember because I played the game when I was younger and never finished it, but I did get to the point where Magus joins your team. And in this run of it, there is a character that's he's a frog. He's like a human-sized frog. And he's a knight with a sword and stuff. And he was
Oh,
cursed.
I've seen videos of that guy or like
Yeah.
clips of that guy.
So this wizard dude, killed that guy's friend, and then turned him into a frog just to fuck with him, just to be a
Damn.
dick. And
Y-
you have the option of fighting one-on-one frog versus evil wizard. And I picked yes, and I beat his ass and killed him. But I didn't know that that kills him. Like
Mm-hmm.
the frog got his get back.
Permadeath.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought you beat him and then he's like, okay, I'll join your party. But no, I killed the fucking guy, which I didn't know that was possible. But turns out I didn't need him because I beat the game without him. And the
Mm-hmm.
game has multiple endings, so I got whatever that is.
Yeah, permadeath in a game back then was probably like a shock to people's system.
Yeah. Aerith.
Yeah,
Eris?
yeah, Aerith.
Aerith.
Yeah, Ari was the number one that everybody said. I know how to bring her back. I figured it out. My uncle works here, and he says that if I do this and jump 30 times, it'll bring her back to life. And people believe all that stuff too. It's like Mew was under the truck in Cinnabar Island.
Or like the naked code in Tomb Raiders.
I remember that too.
In Tomb Raider 2, they have a code. So to do a
Yeah.
level skip, you have to spin like 3 times and jump and flip. And there's another code that's very similar to the level skip code, but if you do that one, you explode.
Ah, nice.
So if you accidentally fuck up the level skip code, you might explode.
I remember I remember big head mode. That one I
That
remember.
I always understood that for like in GoldenEye, the DK mode. I don't know what DK stood for, but that's what it was called. DK mode was for it's easier to shoot people in the face. It
In
makes
the
the
face,
game a
yeah.
little bit more interesting.
Hmm.
Everybody's
Especially
running
in
around with a giant weak spot.
yeah, especially in multiplayer. It was fun in
No.
multiplayer. Especially if okay, so quick tangent. So in the game GoldenEye, the multiplayer edition, if you played Odd Job, you were almost guaranteed to win all the time because the game, the way they coded it, it was coded so the head was at a certain height and it would automatically lock onto it because it has auto lock. You can move the cursor around, but it will almost always try to lock onto the head, and it's at a specific spot. They didn't adjust the code for Odd Job, and Odd Job is shorter than most characters. So if somebody played Odd Job, your your reticule would almost always target above his head because of the auto lock. You can move it, but it's a little more difficult. And usually, anybody who picked Odd Job would just mow you down with the submachine gun because that thing was pretty OP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun game. It's kind of rough to play it on the Switch. I did find I have saved presets for, you can map the controller however you want
Yeah, I
from the
like that.
Switch. You can go on the internet and you can find people have done mappings for Perfect Dark and GoldenEye
Hmm.
to have it actually work better on a modern controller.
Well, yeah, because freaking Perfect Dark and GoldenEye have this thing called Legacy Mode. Because back in the day, you only had the one stick, and that
Yeah.
controlled your forward movement, your side to side. Actually, not your side to side, your left and right look, and your back. And you had a dedicated two buttons to look left and right and up and down.
Well, they had the C buttons
There you go,
also.
the C buttons. That was how you would look up and down, side to side, and that's how you aimed back in the day. And it was annoying.
I did like how things kind of auto aimed though back then.
The only
It
reason
would
they
just kind
made
of
auto aim,
generally like
so long as the cursor glides over the weak point, it'll lock on. And the only reason they did that was because it was so hard to manually aim, and that's why people played as odd job because manually aiming was a pain. So, and since it only target above his head, you were almost guaranteed to kill the opponent. I would always just pick rockets in if somebody picked odd job because it didn't matter where you shot. So long as you shot at the floor, he's dead.
yeah,
You probably
just
died
near
too, but
him.
who cares? Yeah.
What
Did you
does the
know that the
scoreboard say?
yeah, did you know that the multiplayer was just an afterthought that they added last minute? They didn't even
Yeah.
care about it and they didn't realize how popular it was gonna be.
Well, that Doom and Quake stuff was kind of, I don't know. I don't think it was mainstream. It wasn't what people were doing.
No. Multiplayer shooters didn't really get popular until the third gen. And that's when Call of Duty started coming out.
I wish the Duke Nukem 3D
Hmm.
lobbies were still populated. I could play I have the Doom one, the Doom and Doom 2 collection, and like if you want
Yeah,
to
I
play
know.
Doom Deathmatch, we can do that.
Yeah. There's dedicated servers to a lot of the older games. One in particular that I used to like playing in the old school days, especially for the 64, was Turok. Its multiplayer mode was funny and fun as heck.
Which Turok? The second
Turok
one?
2. Turok 2.
Yeah.
I don't think the first one had multiplayer.
I don't think it did. I beat the first one. I was really proud of myself.
I never beat any of the games, but I love playing multiplayer on them. They were fun.
I found out I was watching like I had no interest in speed running the game, but I thought it was interesting to watch like speedrunners having techniques that might make the game a little bit easier. And with his knife, I think what it is if you have the knife equipped and you slash an enemy from behind, it does an extreme amount of damage. It's one of the
Hmm.
strongest things he can do outside of like rockets or whatever.
Hmm.
And just with that information alone, I was able to it made all the difference. I beat the game.
Hmm. I heard about
Um,
that too. I heard that if you have the knife and you stab somebody in the rear, it's just like a one hit KO, unless it's a bigger enemy or a boss.
there was like literally like one or two spots where I had to turn to the internet with like, where the fuck do I go? But that was it.
Well, it was a little sandboxy, the game,
Yeah, all
because
those levels.
you had an area and you kind of had to explore where you had to go for the next objective, and it was a pretty big area. Sometimes it was like a condensed forest, so you did not know where you were going.
Yeah, it does have a map, but once you teleport, the map kind of goes out the window.
Uh-huh.
Um, and the thing was like every level has like 3 to 5 keys
Yeah.
for other levels, and if you missed one at the beginning and went all the way to the end, you have to get all of them.
Yeah. Otherwise you can't progress, yeah.
It was a pretty good game though.
And the game would never tell you like, hey, you missed something. That's because there wasn't any hand holding back then.
If you leave the level and come back, it will tell you like 2 keys remaining on this level.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but that's it. So yeah, Chrono Trigger was it was amazing. I loved it. I'm glad I finally checked that off of my list of shit I wanted to beat but hadn't beaten.
Sure. I wish I could say the same. My list has only gotten bigger.
I challenge you, pick one.
To beat that I haven't beaten in a while or beaten before.
Yeah,
Let me think. What's one that I would like to beat, especially right now?
I remember when I beat Skyward Sword. I don't
Oh
know what it
God,
was. I don't
you
know what it
found
was, but I
you
liked
found
it.
the will to beat it.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a
I
lot,
mean, I
actually.
like that they introduce how the cycle commences.
Yeah.
That I like. And what's his name? I forget his name. The main villain in that one.
Girahim
Yeah,
or
gear him.
Demise.
Demise is what is the he turns into Demise. And I like that Fee. We find out how she becomes the Master Sword, which I'm glad because she was annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you turn into the sword. You definitely turn into the sword, and you stay quiet from here on out.
She's
Oh,
been there
it's
the whole time but never spoke.
okay. It's okay. My friend Nabi will help you from here on out.
But I remember when I beat that game, I got really big into attacking my backlog for some reason. It's hard to put into words the way it reminded me of why I liked playing video games in the first place. And I had a list. I had a notebook with like a page full of games, and I didn't do all of them. I still haven't beaten Witcher 3,
Oh
maybe
man, good luck with
multiple
that one.
attempts. Yeah, it's a lot of video game.
Good luck with that one. Yeah, Jen. The only reason she could not beat the game is not that she didn't want to. It got to the point where the side quests were just too much, and then she goes like, "I haven't even gotten to the main story. When are they
Yeah,
gonna stop?"
they don't
and
stop.
and I was like, "They don't stop. You have to just power through them or just go into the main story." And
Well,
by
it's
then, she was already like sick and tired of it, so she never got back to it, and she feels bad because she hates that she invested so much time in it and never beat it.
I'm kind of the same way. Every time I try it, I start it over and get a little bit farther.
I know
I think I've done that 4 times.
it's one of those games that, dude, the dedication you need to beat that game is insane. Like the amount of stuff they crammed into that thing. Yeesh.
I'm wondering what to play now that I've beaten because that was today. That was just a few hours ago.
Have you played any of the Golden Sun games?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I would say that one if you like Chrono.
It's hard to figure out where to go in those games.
Like
Maybe I
me,
just
one
like
particular game I want to go back and beat again would be the original Force Unleashed, the first two. Oh wait, there was only two. Especially, since Star Wars Day just came out or just passed.
I have
I would like to beat those games again. Although I don't think I beat the Force Unleashed 2 because it was not that good.
this is this is a piece of shit. This is the Force Unleashed 2 for the Wii.
I liked it. I liked it
No, I
on the
mean
Wii.
it looks really bad. I thought
Oh
it was
yeah,
beautiful in the PS3.
the graphics were horrible, but I liked it,
Blockbuster.
and I especially liked that they involved the motion controls for the different kind of moves. And
No,
a fun fact, I don't know if you knew this, he can do moves in the Wii version that he can't do in the PlayStation or 360 version.
I didn't know that. And I'm looking at the back and it says it's got four-player
So
multiplayer.
yeah, you can fight using different characters. It's Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, Anakin Skywalker, Count Dooku, I want to say. But okay, so I don't know if you ever unlocked this particular move, but Starkiller shoots a force first like Kamehameha, but it's infused with force lightning, and when it hits its target, it explodes into a bunch of lightning and kills anything in the vicinity. And it was a good way to mop up multiple enemies and to take down mini bosses. I don't know if you remember unlocking that move.
I so when that game came out, I got it on the PS3 and I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I got it one evening, played it a little bit, woke up the next morning and I beat it. And I was like, that's it. That's the whole fun. Like it's an
It's a
incredibly
short
it's
game. It's a
really
short game.
fun.
Yeah.
But I remember being pretty upset about that and I took it back to GameStop and I guess I must have got it used because I returned it and got Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because that was also newish at
Mm-hmm.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, I was forever on that game. But
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking for I got a Wii for super cheap, and I was going on Amazon, and every once in a while I'd get a game to add to the collection. I have some good stuff and some bad stuff. This one I put it in once, laughed, and then never played it again. But now looking at the box and having you talk about it, I need to get some AA batteries for the
Nah,
Wiimotes
right.
because
Well,
I do have the Wii's a good console.
the Wii's a great console. I still have it, although I haven't played it in forever. Although ever since I modded my Wii U, I pretty much just play that instead.
I have a bunch of I have a bunch of stuff that's not that good. I have the backwards compatible Wii, so I have like Metroid Prime and Tony Hawk's Underground on the GameCube. But I do have Mario, Donkey Kong, and Zelda.
Nice.
For that's all you really need. I mean, more
Which is
stuff is
true.
great, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have too much in my backlog. There aren't that many games that I've wanted to beat completely. Staying on the Star Wars stuff, there is one game called Republic Commandos that I never beat, but that's only because it got really boring halfway through and it got really repetitive. It was it rinse and repeat, start the mission, complete the ejection, beat the mission, go to the next mission. And that was it. And after an hour and a half of playing it, I'm like, this is boring. I'm gonna stop now. And I never got back to it.
yeah. I wonder what we're gonna title this. The title for the last one. I told Kyle what we did after we did it, and I was like, I need a title, and he's, well, what the hell did I call it?
Let's find out.
Collaboration. It was collaboration o'clock, I think.
Yeah, it was
Or something
collaboration
like
o'clock.
that. And that was Kyle's idea. So he's officially executive producer of that episode
Great.
because that's Kyle's contribution
That's
to
good.
yeah, his fingerprint's still on it.
Hey, any way he can be a part of it, continue to be a part of it is fine.
He says he's available Fridays.
Oh, that's good. I'm
No,
available Fridays too.
but yeah, unless we got anything else, I think that about wraps it up. Unless you came prepared with a final segment like you were supposed to, even though I never talked to you about it.
No, as far as final segment or final thoughts, I would just say play video games, folks. They're fun. They have something
Yes,
for everyone, even if it's something casual like Power Washer Simulator, which my wife plays. And
there's
then
value
now,
in that.
yeah, there's fun in that. And now they have other games like they still have The Sims. So if you want to do that, and then World of Warcraft is still alive and strong.
I love
Although
Stardew Valley.
although most people play Dota now, which I don't even know what that is.
I never played any of that. I never played World of Warcraft or
Yeah.
and I've been console gaming pretty much my whole life. My dad had some PC games, but we're talking Duke Nukem, Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah, Wolfenstein was fun.
But yeah, I never played any MMOs.
But that's it for me.
That's it for you.
Yup.
All right. Yeah, I don't really have a final segment either.
Hmm.
So I guess drink water,
Hmm.
eat food,
Hmm.
and go to work.
Rinse and repeat.
And try to have a good time.
Yes.
I think that'll do it.
All right.
I just cut it like The Sopranos.
Yeah, just go to black.